Welcome to Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil, the official Monster Jam podcast. I'm Scott Jordan. We are rolling through our series champions. And right now, we're going to talk about how the West was won. So we go to the Great Clips Hotline to Virginia to welcome in the newly crowned champion of Arena Championship Series West Gravediggers, Matt Cody. Matt, welcome back to Inside Monster Jam, and congratulations.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me in again.
Absolutely, man. So you're just filling up these accolades, and I appreciate that from a professional standpoint, but also you're a fellow Maryland guy like me, man. So representing that pride, that Maryland pride, but you're a World Finals champion. No one can ever take that away from you. And now you are a series champion. No one will ever take that away from you, man. So let's go back to when you were told that you were going to fill in for Arena Championship Series West, because you're on the International Series. You're rocking Gravedigger. You're out there winning event championships. Brandon Vincent steps away. You get the call that Matt Cody will now be in a championship series on the West Coast. Talk about how that went down.
Hey, well, it's been a crazy year for Monster Jam alone, with fill-ins and people switching around. And the first weekend I got a call, it was just that he was sick, was coming to fill in, was going to go in and get some practice, before Costa Rica, and I didn't think that it was going to become an every weekend thing again. But hey, he called, and I didn't even give him a chance to get the words out of his mouth. I told him, yes, where you need me, I'll be there. And like I said, at first it was just a fill-in for a weekend. Same thing when I went to Wichita, Kansas. It was just a fill-in. And then after that, it was like, hey, can you finish out this series? And it's like, absolutely. So it was honored to be able to, for one, compete with a Gravedigger on the United States side, first quarter tour, because that's a big deal. And hey, I was just happy to be part of it. It didn't matter where we were going as long as I was out there competing.
I know how much driving this truck means to you. I had you on last year, and for you want to check that out, it's Becoming Gravedigger. You can check that out in the archives. But, there's some talk about, and even you, very humble, obviously, and we'll get into that. But, when I told you, hey, man, congrats on the series championship, you were like, no, part of, because you did have other drivers on this series. We had Brandon Vincent, Tyler Menga, Cody Saucier, but you did the majority of this series after Brandon stepped away. So the series title goes to you. So that's got to be a lot of pride there to take your favorite truck as a kid and the truck you've been wanting to drive for so long and to take it to a series title.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm humbled. I'm appreciative of the championship. But like I said, I mean, it wasn't all just me. Brandon Vincent got it to the top of the mountain, and I just had to come in and just be Gravedigger, maintain the lead. And I think I proved my point and showed it. I've won a bunch of overalls and some competitions, and I kept the truck on top. We had some issues towards the end of the points race, which started giving up some points. But all in all, it felt good to go out there and be stateside with Gravedigger, put it in the championship circle, and but I can't take away from what the other three did. They came in, they did their job, they helped keep it to the top. But hey, like you said, I did do 7 weekends. I did do the most out of everybody, and hey, I'll take it regardless if it's all me or not all me.
And there's a lot of drivers that will say it's harder to keep yourself at the top than to reach the top. So that's no easy task. Yes, Brandon got you there, but you still had everybody vying for you. And I think when you stepped in, obviously you have the respect of everybody, from fans to drivers, but I think maybe everybody saw this as an opportunity. Well, Brandon's gone, now's my chance. And you came in and you proved yourself. Like you said, you kept the lead with Team Gravedigger, and that is no easy task, especially when you look at the competitors that you had to compete against. So, I know you are a down-to-earth dude and you're very humble, but man, take some credit where credit is due, brother. You got the lead, you ran with it, and you kept it. So, talk about some of the high points for you on this series. Obviously, being domestic and being stateside with Gravedigger, I'm sure cool because your family was close by. But what else stood out to you as like some positive moments on the series?
Well, actually, my family didn't get to come until the last one, so I got very granted that they got to come for the championship weekend. It all worked out, but it was I never done the West Coast, traveling the world and seeing all the other countries and stuff. But for the United States, I never got to do like Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Tucson, Arizona, all them places that we did go to. So they were cool to go to. And, I would say probably my highest moment that stuck out for the whole tour would have been Portland. We took 3 out of the 4 overalls there, and we just had a wild weekend. Just some great backflips, some sky wheelies, all kinds of stuff. And just living it up, just, you know what I mean? Getting to be Gravedigger for a tour.
Man, I love it, dude. Well, again, congratulations to you. We're going to keep you around for another segment. You passed off the you won the series, but you passed off the the automatic bid to the driver that
Yep.
finished in second on the series, Dalton Widner. We're going to talk about that here coming up. Stay right where you are. More with Matt Cody on Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil, is next. Welcome back to Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. This week, I am joined by Arena West champion Matt Cody as we talk about the West Series. So we talked about that lead. You would end up winning the series by 37 points. So you win the series, your family's there. It was an awesome moment. I saw it on social media. You get the series championship, and then you become the ultimate sportsman, my friend, and you pass that automatic bid to World Finals off to Dalton, who was the second place driver on the entire series, finished the whole tour. Talk a little bit about that decision and what went on with that, because, I mean, World Finals is a place that every Monster Jam driver wants to go. But obviously, Dalton finished the entire series, was at the top of the point standings, and you made that ultimate sportsman decision, just give that bid to him. So talk a little bit about that.
About a month ago, I'd say, I had a talk with Keith and to kind of figure out, how everything was going to go. And he asked how I felt if they were to, pass it off to the second place finisher. And, like I said, I get the situation. I get that, yes, I earned my points and I did what I did, but it wasn't all me. So I didn't feel like as if it was right that I took all the credit. So we had come up with a plan to pass it off to the second place finisher, whether that would have been Dalton, Tony, or, if anybody could have popped up to second. So, it was cool. It was cool to see Dalton, take second place. He's been on rails all year long. That truck's dialed in. He sits in that truck and it's like cruise control. It takes it where he wants it. And he's been proving his point out there. So, when it was brought up, I was all for it. You know what I mean? Let's do it. Let's turn the tables on some people, especially some of the comments that were out there on social media. So it's cool to flip it on them. So, hey, I'm all for it. So I got the championship. Yeah. I've always wanted to go to the World Finals, but hey, if we had to pass it off, what a better person to do than Dalton.
Well, I was going to get to that because when that announcement came out, when the social media video came out, all the fans, obviously, fans happy for Dalton, but also fans at the same time showing their genuine love for you and appreciation for you, because not every driver would have maybe agreed with that decision or agreed that, yeah, this is the right thing to do. You did that. That's a testament to who you are. But you've had a chance to read the fan comments. Do you feel like now you've earned a lot more respect and you put yourself on the map? So maybe next year you get that series win, that'll be your chance to go to World Finals.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I mean, there were some comments out there and they turned right around and went positive. So exactly how it went down for the interview and exactly how all the comments are showing, exactly how I pictured it to go down. So people talking about the sportsmanship award and all that never even crossed my mind. That's not, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it never crossed my mind.
And what is next for you this year? You going back on the international series?
Yeah, I got, two more stops for Arena West, Evansville, Indiana, and Moline, Illinois. Then we're going to jump back over the pond for Arnhem, and then jump back over the pond right away for LA for World Finals. And then after that, yeah, we got a pretty stacked up, probably I'd say at least close to 10 events internationally. So that's awesome. Pretty good for the rest of the year.
All right, well, you want to do some fan questions before I let you get out of here?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, here we go. So MT World Media says for Matt, and I love this question, that's why I highlighted it first. How does it feel to be the first arena-based Maryland driver since 2006 to win a championship? So look at that. That's a great stat.
If I'm right beside Mike Votter, somebody I looked up to for the longest time and worked for, if I'm beside him for arena championship, hey, that's pretty cool.
I love that you brought up Mike Votters because we have a question from Nathan Odom _20. Is asking, since you've driven for them, what happened to the Votters boys, and do you know if they will ever make a comeback in Monster Jam?
Mike's still doing good. He's still keeping it strong, still running strong. And hey, I don't know what his plans are for Monster Jam in the future. It'd be cool to line up beside him in a Gravedigger, but until then, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Do you still, even though you're piloting Gravedigger now, do you still visit Hagerstown Speedway at all? You still over there? Any?
Well, I live a mile from it, but I don't go there for any races or anything like that. It'd be cool. I hear them all the time, but no, Mike put on his event there last summer, which was it fell on the same weekend as Frankfurt, Germany, so wasn't able to make it to that one. And unfortunately, I don't think the Speedway wants to have monster trucks this year, which is a bummer because it's been a place for many years. But hey, we'll see what the future brings. So.
All right, we got one more question. Mateo Cassis 75098 is asking if we'll ever see you back driving Blue Thunder, only because Blue Thunder's had different drivers all throughout the years. And Blue Thunder, you won that World Finals championship in with the Triple Threat Series. So if you're not driving Gravedigger, could Blue Thunder possibly be on your radar down the road?
Hey, I'd be down for it. It's always cool to be in a familiar truck, and had a lot of success with Blue Thunder. But for now, I'd like to keep that black and green wrecking machine going.
Oh, you're doing a good job with that. Matt, thank you so much for being here, man. And congratulations on the series win. And I look forward to seeing you down the road.
Hey, thank you. We'll see you later.
All right, coming up next for you folks, stay right where you are, because Dalton Widner and Jurassic Attack are going to World Finals for the first time ever. Dalton will be right here on the Great Clips Hotline on Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. Welcome back to Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil, the official Monster Jam podcast. I'm Scott Jordan. My next guest is going to World Finals for the first time in his career as we bring in Jurassic Attack's Dalton Widner. Let's go to the Great Clips Hotline to Paxton, Illinois. Dalton, welcome back to Inside Monster Jam. Congratulations, man.
Man, thanks for having me. I'm over the moon about it. I don't even know how to react at this point, man.
when were you notified? Was this something that, did you find this out in real time when Matt told you, or is it something they kind of clued you in on beforehand that this was an option for you to possibly go to LA?
I never really knew for sure. I heard mumbling and rumbling about it, and I don't know. I didn't put very much stock in it. I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought that it was just going to be a normal thing. Like Matt was going to take it. I was super happy for him. Like, I was ecstatic for him to go to World Finals and stuff. And then probably, I think at intermission at that event, they told me, we're going to crown the champion, everything. Make sure everybody from Team Throttle Monster is up there. And I was like, okay, sounds good. We go out there, and like Matt's doing a celebration. He pulls me over and says it. And I'm like, I don't know how to react, because this is his moment. It's his thing. He's standing there accepting the points championship. And I didn't want my reaction from me losing my mind to take away from him. So I'm trying to, I'm extremely excited, over the moon, trying to laugh to keep from crying. And I'm just losing my mind inside myself, but I'm trying to keep calm because I don't want to take away from him or anything. But man, it was awesome.
Who was the first phone call you made to after the event was over?
I think the first phone call I made was Mike.
Yeah.
My parents were in the stands there, so they got to see it and heard about it. And I went and talked to them after the event. And then the first person that I called was Mike, talking to him about it. And he was over the moon about it. He was super excited. He's super happy for me. And it was great. Like it's all been a little bit of a blur since then, because it's been a busy couple days, but it's finally starting to set in that I'm actually going to Monster Jam World Finals, and it's crazy.
It's going to be an awesome event, man. Again, I'm stoked for you to be there. I think that you're going to, not necessarily surprise a lot of people because you've been doing that your whole career, but I think you're going to turn some heads, and I'm looking forward to that. But we'll get to World Finals here in a second. First, I do want to talk about, the series itself, because I talked to Matt a little bit here in the first couple segments about the revolving door of Gravedigger drivers. You had to compete against Matt. You had to compete against Brandon, Tyler Menninga, Cody Saucier. So with all of that aside, and Matt earned that series championship by keeping the lead, but you were the most consistent presence throughout the entire series. So how much pride do you take in that, and being able to keep the truck together for that entire series, being able to stay right there in the point standings, no matter who was driving Gravedigger, you were always right there?
Man, it's awesome, to be honest with you. I had a lot of struggles at the very beginning of the year. I went through, I don't know how many transmissions. I had electrical issues. I had ignition problems. Just ran the gauntlet with the truck, which I was not prepared for, because I had just went through and gotten everything ready, and I was ready to just, beat this thing into the ground all year long. And I thought it was going to be good to go, but it's a little bit different with the F5. There's a multitude of things that could be wrong for one noise or symptom that I hear. So at the beginning of the year, that's the stuff that I was fighting. And then about 3 or 4 weeks into it, man, it finally came together, and I'd figured it out. And that thing stayed together better than I could ever imagine. I still had some parts breakage and stuff, but I think I didn't miss very many elements. I didn't miss very many events. And that's what kept me up in the point standings, was just trying to keep this thing together and keep it underneath of me and try to stay as consistent as possible. And, I'm extremely proud of it. I'm very proud of how well I did against the gauntlet of Gravedigger drivers, because all of them are world-class drivers. And I won. I'm super proud of it too, because I won racings, I won tool skills, I've won overall event championships against every single one of them. It wasn't just, one guy that I had his number for a while, but it was all of them. I mean, Tyler Menega, Cody Saucier, Brandon, Matt. I was super proud and super happy that I could compete with all four of them, not just, get lucky against a couple of them.
Yeah.
It was a very, very proud season for me, and I'm really happy with my team. And, it was a lot having four throttle monster trucks on one tour, but, I think it turned out pretty well in the end.
All right, man. Coming up next, more with Dalton Widner as we talk about Jurassic Attack heading to World Finals. That's next on Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. We are back with more Inside Monster Jam powered by Lucas Oil. I'm joined on the Great Clips Hotline by Jurassic Attack's Dalton Widner. One of the videos that we saw on social media that was posted everywhere with Matt accepting the championship and welcoming you in and giving the bid to you. We saw Mason Paul, your crew chief, come over and give you a big hug. And I know that Mason's been around the sport for a long time. You and I have talked about him on this show, but he's got to be stoked for you, and you have to be excited for him as well. I feel like you two are sharing this first-time experience together.
Yeah, man, I'm super stoked for him, and I'm glad that he's I'm glad that he's as happy as he is for me, man, because it's been a hard year. Having four of our own trucks on one arena series has been a lot, because it's a lot more responsibility that all of us have to take on, because I mean, we're literally half the event, and when one of our trucks goes down, everybody goes over there and works on it. And it's been a long, hard year, and it's a really good reward for all of us that one of us got invited to the Monster Jam World Finals. And it's not just him as well. My girlfriend Kennedy, she's actually working for the team now, and she's kicking butt. She's brand new to this, and she's out there. She's constantly doing something. She's always, like helping nut and bolt trucks, fix something, filling up fuel jugs, cleaning the trailer. She's doing anything and everything that she possibly can do to keep all four of us going. Tristan Winfield, Devin's brother, he's doing really good as well. All the drivers for Team Throttle Monster, I mean, we're all on the road 24/7 trying to keep these things going up and down the road, and we're not nice to them. So,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work trying to keep them going. And, I feel like it's not just about me. It's about all those guys too, because they were a part of my season just as much as I was theirs.
So I think it's a testament to Mike and Paul and the equipment they have and the faith they have in you guys and girls out there to deliver wins, and you've done that. So hats off to everybody, Team Throttle Monster. I know they're watching and they're cheering you on as well. But let's shift gears and talk about the fan excitement, because before it was announced that you were going to World Finals, you had a lot of fans on your side, man. They were pushing for you because of the season that you had, and there's some out there that are now calling you the People's Champion. And I may use that. I might bill you as a people's champion. I apologize to The Rock ahead of time. But that's a lot of expectation as well. So you're entering the main field at World Finals, where you're going to compete against 23 of the best in the sport in two competitions. And do you feel that you're able to live up to that hype? Or do you feel like you're going to be out there in LA, you're going to be able to fly through that track and deliver a racing win, deliver a freestyle win, and send the fans home, not only with the People's Championship, but with the World Finals Championship?
Man, I'm going to do everything within my power to try to make sure that I have a good showing, to be honest with you. I'm just over the moon that I'm even involved in this and that I'm going to be a part of it. So trying to think about wins and stuff like that, it's hard to do right now. I'm just thankful that I'm in the position that I'm in. But, I've done tracks similar to that. I've done some larger tracks at some independent shows and stuff like that. And I'm pretty comfortable with really technical, flowy tracks like that. I'm super, super excited. And I think that for my first time in the World Finals, having a track like this is definitely to an advantage for me. So I feel really comfortable with it. I'm excited to get out there and get some practice laps in and see what this 12,000-pound dinosaur can do.
Yeah.
I mean, all I can say is that, I'm not gonna try to promise anything or anything like that. I hope that I can live up to the hype, but I mean, I can guarantee that that thing will be in pieces at the end of the night. So it'll be an entertaining event,
That's all
to say the
that's all we can
least.
ask for. I tried to get you to guarantee a win for the fans watching, but that's fine, Dalton. You can take the high road and just that's fine. So not only are you going to World Finals for the first time, but this is Jurassic Attack's first appearance, and we're talking about a truck that is, amongst royalty in Monster Jam, one of the all-time favorites that was brought back with Team Throttle Monster, and you've had that truck now for a few seasons. So, I mean, obviously it's a 12,000-pound machine, but the two of you were going to be in this together as first-timers. So you're going to have a lot of fans out there, not only excited to see you, but to see Jurassic Attack on the biggest stage of them all. How excited does that make you?
It's awesome. I mean, this truck has been around since I think it came out the same year I was born. So, I mean, it's pretty awesome that I get to drive this. I get to drive this machine. I was super excited about it the first time that Mike and Paul told me that I'd be driving it. It was one of my favorite trucks growing up, as far as it goes for like the 3D bodies and stuff like that. I thought it looked awesome, and I'm really glad that I've had the chance from Mike and Paul to make it a little bit my own. The green and blue scheme is, that's my body, that's me. It's a little bit of it's a way to make it, distinctive. If we have more than one out there running, you can tell who it is driving it. And it's a big pride moment that I'm taking this truck that's never been there before. It's a super popular truck that's been around since, when I was born, and I finally get to bring it into the biggest stage of them all, and try to bring one home for it.
It's going to be exciting, man. We're going to do a fan question here. KDub0623 wants to talk about Jurassic Attack, asking if we can expect to see any type of special World Finals design for Jurassic Attack.
Well, I don't know yet, to be honest with you. I had said something to Mike about it a while ago, but we never knew if any of us even had a shot to go to World Finals. That was just hey man, if we get the chance, could we do something like this? And we had talked about it, but we haven't talked very much about it since then. We're just trying to get everything ready, trying to make sure the truck's ready, and then I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I hope that I can do something cool for it, but we'll see.
Dalton, I'll let you get back to the historic cobblestone inn there in Paxton. But again, congratulations, man. I look forward to seeing you at SoFi Stadium.
Sounds good, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
You guys can catch Dalton at World Finals, and you can catch me where? Right here next week with another brand new edition of Inside Monster Jam, powered by Lucas Oil. See you then.